No, you're not taking the car.
Steven,
You're not taking the car.
Steven.
So easily. I just said the only way out of this is discipline and respect. You said, then we're at an impasse.
Steven, no, we are at an impasse, okay? I love you, but Steven, your abuse is sick. Your abuse
Watch it.
is sick.
Watch it. Fucking watch it.
The party of family values, am I right? You just saw Steven Crowder, who's a conservative media host commentator, well known for his show Louder with Crowder. Also well known from this meme, and what you just saw was Steven berating his now ex-wife, Hillary Crowder. Full video, which is 3 minutes and 27 seconds, was released by Yashar Ali. He said he obtained over 3 minutes of Steven Crowder being emotionally abusive towards his pregnant wife, Hillary. And in the clip, as you can see, she is about 8 months pregnant from what the full article says. In a statement sent to me, her family says she hid the emotional abuse she was dealing with for years.
How about you first? Hillary, how do you respect the man? Yes.
The full clip gets pretty fucking intense.
The only way out of this is discipline and respect. It's the only way out of it, or we're at an impasse.
We are at an impasse.
Good. Because you can't have any discipline or respect.
Steven.
There you go. You throw your hand, you give up so easily.
I don't give up, Steven.
Hillary,
Steven?
you give up so easily. I just said the only way out of this is discipline and respect.
He says some pretty crazy shit, to say the least.
I love you very much.
I don't love you. That's the big problem. I've never received love from you, and the fact is, when I go, look, I need you to do A, B, C, and D, you just be disciplined about it, you go, no. But I love you more than life itself. Okay. Put on some gloves. No. But I love you more than life itself. That's not fair. That's not fair, and it's disingenuous.
Full 3 minute and 27 second clip reveals him emotionally abusive to his now ex-wife, berating her. He speaks to her like she's a fucking petulant 9-year-old or something. Like he's like the parent in this situation. The dynamic he thinks of this is fucking strange. I don't know what traditional values have completely warped his brain, but this is absurd.
Your boundary of abusive and cruel. You are not taking the car. Because if you refuse to do wifely things, then I will go pick up the groceries.
There is no groceries today. I'd be happy.
Steaks, wood pellets, my grill. I know it's an unreasonable request, but I'll go do it.
If you refuse to do wifely things, I mean, this is like something I would hear out of a 1950s sitcom or something.
Hillary, how do you respect the man? Yes. How do you man respect? How do you man receive love and respect? No.
And how do you respect the men? Jesus Christ, bro. There's one thing that he says in here that's also kind of weird before we get to the other stuff. He says, the other man you see, the mother comes back. Actually, we don't know the full context of that, but it can seem like it's implying that she was seeing somebody else and he knew about it. Maybe he was a little jaded about it. I guess our boy Steven may have been a cuck after all.
Listen to me. I can't go to the gym. I can't go to my parents. I can't call my friends. I can't be home. You're going to take the car and leave me here. Hillary, just think of how boxed in you've made me.
What do you need me to pick up? I'll get it. I'll be back when I'm back.
No, that doesn't work either. You'll be back when you're back. That doesn't work either.
One thing that really pisses me off is that how he says, you're going to take the car and leave me here. Just think of how boxed in you made me.
Bruh.
I mean, the fucking irony that is just like steaming off that statement is absurd. He cries about being boxed in by his 8-month pregnant wife while he's the one refusing to let her fucking take the car and go out and buy groceries. Pretty much it seems like the whole argument stems from the fact that I guess Steven, wanted his now ex-wife, Hillary, to handle some dog medication. And the article states that the dog medication may have been potentially toxic to a pregnant woman, which is what she was rightfully concerned about. He should care about his wife being exposed to something that's potentially dangerous. You know, the person who's carrying his fucking child, or his children actually. It really seems like this is like a control thing, especially with the fact that he says, you're gonna take the car and leave me here. Just think of how boxed in you made me.
You're gonna take the car and leave me here. Hillary, just think of how boxed in you've made me.
This is really just like classic abuser type shit. This is just the classic type of fucking shit they dance around in. How they make it seem like, you know, they're the victim after all and you're the abuser. And it's just ironic. It's hypocritical.
The only way out of this is discipline and respect. It's the only way out of it, or we're at an impact.
The only way out of this is discipline and respect.
It's been the most heartbreaking experience of my life. What I consider to be my deepest personal failure. In Texas, divorce is permitted when one party wants it, period.
Jesus Christ, dude. What is going through this man's head? I don't know how you can talk to another person this way, let alone your fucking wife, let alone your 8-month pregnant wife. She also goes on to say, I love you, but Steven, your abuse is sick, which his response to that is just, it's fucking rich.
He's sick. Your abuse
Watch it.
is sick.
Watch it. Fucking watch it.
How do you preach, traditional family values? How do you preach being the protector of your family, being the provider of your family, but then go treat your pregnant wife like shit in secret? Dude, she walks around, she paces around here so obviously anxiously, so obviously distressed, and he just continues to sit there like a fucking douchebag, I may add, and berate her. The statement put out by Hillary's family says, Hillary is currently living alone in Dallas, apart from her family and support system in Michigan, and is focused on taking care of her young children. She is not prepared at this time to speak about her divorce becoming public or the misleading statements made by Steven about their relationship. The truth is that Hillary spent years hiding Steven's mentally and emotionally abusive behavior from her friends and marriage and family while she attempted to save their marriage. She was the one who was asking to work on their relationship to keep the marriage intact for their unborn children. In June of 2021, Steven left their home to pursue elective surgery. Hillary urged him to get the help he needed to address his abuse with the hope that their marriage could be saved and they could peacefully live together as a family. Instead, Steven refused to do so and chose not to be with his wife during the birth of their twin children. After the birth, Steven bought a townhouse and left their home permanently. Hillary was unaware that Steven had hired a divorce attorney and had asked his assistant to cut off Hillary financially. There is significant documentation substantiating these facts. He's the one who brought this up. He's the one who went on his show, made it seem like she was the one who initiated the divorce proceedings.
I have been living with a proverbial boot on my neck for going on years now. Since 2021, I've been living through what has increasingly been a horrendous divorce. And no, this was not my choice. My then wife decided that she didn't want to be married anymore. And in the state of Texas, that is completely permitted.
And then this just fucking blows up in his face. And before anybody cries, why are you meddling in their affairs, bro? This is none of your business. Well, dog, he's the one who went on the show. He's the one who brought it up. He's the one who looked like he was about to fucking have a breakdown on his own show. I mean, what do you want me to do? Especially when he's trying to spin it, make it seem like she's the one who initiated it. Not to mention, according to the story, he wasn't even fucking present at the hospital when she gave birth. She had to have a fucking C-section, and he wasn't even there for that. He showed up to the hospital later that day, apparently, according to the article. But I mean, from that 3-minute clip alone, and I'll put the link in the description so you could go watch it, make your own judgment. It seems like he was psychologically abusing her, trying to distort the facts and whatnot, make it seem like he's the victim. It's just funny to me that this is the party of supposed family values, the party of tradition, the party of serial misogyny. Conservative ideology revolves around social hierarchy and patriarchal values. So it's not really surprising that Steven, a man who is deeply engrossed within that ideology, would think this is an okay thing to do. And furthermore, it is not surprising whatsoever that he has his fucking dick riders and bootlickers in the comments, especially in that article, trying to back it up, saying, oh, we need the full context. This just came out about 6 hours ago today, April 27th. So it is very much a developing story, but I don't see what other kind of context is needed here. I mean, Jesus Christ, dude, look at the way he's talking to his wife. Not to mention fucking Candace Owens inviting Hillary on her show because there's some kind of extortion beef or something. Stephen has been quite a vocal proponent of conservative ideology over the past few years. Considering his audience base is mostly people who follow his ideology, I don't think this is going to have any significant repercussions for him. I don't know if his show has really any sponsors or anything. To be honest, I don't really care about the guy that much. This is quite the bombshell, though, I'm not going to lie, so I had to talk about it. Apparently, he's also a bit of a controversial figure within that sphere as well, which is, I'm not going to lie, that's pretty impressive. You have to be quite a piece of shit to be fucking no one want to work with you. I mean, shit, even Ben Shapiro criticized him on Twitter for something. And to be honest, this really came at the surprise of no one. I mean, are we really surprised somebody who espouses the kind of things he does would be an emotionally abusive piece of shit in private? I mean, Jesus, what are the fucking odds? And of course, poor Hillary is at the center of all this. The crazy thing is, it seems like she wanted to consolidate the marriage. It seemed like she wanted to, help rebuild it. And she urged him to go to therapy for his, quote, abuse. And he was the one who pulled the wire. And then he went on the show and bitched about it. Not to mention the shit he said on there, something about fucking how, in the state of Texas that is permitted.
I have been living with a proverbial boot on my neck for going on years now. My then wife decided that she didn't want to be married anymore. And in the state of Texas, that is completely permitted.
Anyway, I hope Hillary can rebuild from this. I hope she can get the help she needs, processing this trauma. I really can't imagine what it's like to be in her shoes, to be married to someone like that. I mean, Jesus, it's sad, dude. Fuck, dude, I can't imagine what it's like to have to live like that, to live with somebody like that, somebody who's so controlling and demeaning. The way he treats her is just disgusting. And that's really only one clip. God only knows what else happened. According to the article, neither Stephen or Hillary are contesting that any physical abuse happened, nor any, infidelity. So that is all for today. Thank you so much for watching. You have a good one.